Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Ohio and American Life Farming. And winter has truly come here to Ohio. We have snow everywhere. Not so bad on the roads. The roads themselves are fairly clear, but our farm is not. So we need a couple of things on our truck here. One of the nice things about this TLX is that you can get attachments for snow and doing snow clearance on this. Now this, I think, yeah, we currently don't have on here the attachments we need for the snowplow. So we're going to take this into the shed and into the garage here and get this updated so that it has that. Let's bring this over here. Head over this way. And I want to customize my truck, and you should be able to add on here the extra bit attachers. Yeah, there we go. Plow mount. So that's what we want. That'll cost us 1,200, but will allow us to mount the snow plow to the front. So customize that. Yes, please. And then we need to reattach the back, and then with that done, what we can do is pop back out here, head into the shop and grab the bits that we want. Now we should be able to do two different bits here. I want a snow plow for the front and a salt spreader for the back. Both of these should be under MISC, I think. And if I scroll through here, there we go. So we've got two things. We've got a salt spreader. Spread salt, melts small layers. Snow melting spreader that injects an additive to the salt that melts the snow ice. There's no difference between the two in price. I don't know which is spread salt that melts small layers of snow. We've only got small layers of snow. I am going to get this, though. Design color, we've got the John Deere green. Yep, that fits with the rest of our truck. And the John Deere yellow. Although I don't normally go for the John Deere yellow. I think I go for... Yeah, it has its own school bus color, but yeah, we don't have that. Okay, so we'll stick with the stainless steel. And yeah, it's weird. I would like it to have the colors that we have on the truck, but we don't seem to have them. So we'll stick with that color setup. Without lights, yeah, we don't need the lights on it. So yeah, $2,450 for that. And then I think the melt it. Do we have different stuff to use with those? Let's have a look in here. Bale twine pallet. No, don't seem to have anything here. Under big bags, yeah, we've got road salt. We don't have anything else. I think we're just going to go with the standard salt spreader on here. So yeah, we'll go with this. Main color, we've just got the galvanized. There's plastic yellow, rugged yellow, but otherwise it's just, yeah, I think we might go with the dark stainless steel. Perfect. So rotor single or double. We'll go with the double, I think. And lighting standard or strobes, just standard. Right, so that I'm going to lease this. This is a bit more expensive. We'll lease that for $469 for today, and then we can return it, and that will do better. Oh, and we need some salt. So how much does that hold? Let's look at in here. That holds 2,000 liters. And the big bag, that gives us 1,000. So we need 2 of these. Buy. Yes, please. Wow, they are... 2 of these is half the price to buy the actual spreader. Okay. Now I think Now it says that it attaches to the fifth wheel, which is why I've left the flatbed with the fifth wheel attachment on this. And hopefully that is going to work for me. Reverse this up. Yep, there we go. And that then will attach on my fifth wheel like that. Wow, that's a long way. I suppose that is, yeah, that is how you expect it. I think you can attach on the fifth wheel in the trailer as well. And that might be how this is expected to work a little bit more. But it works on the flatbeds, so we'll leave it on there like that. And then I want to get this hooked up on the front. Like so. And then we'll get this loaded up as well. So let's pull this forwards. Look at that. There we go. Right, and jump out. And we'll go and get the forklift and get this loaded up with the salt. Hopefully this is enough salt to do my yard. That's the thing. I want to use the salt to clear the large areas and the snow plow to do areas like my road. So if I can sort the road up to my farm out with the snow plow, that's great. Will save me the cost of salt, which is really expensive. And then hopefully we can use the salt just on the yard, and it won't take more than sort of 2,000 litres to do it with any luck. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get this and whoa, fill it up. That's better. Yeah, you have to get it a certain height above in order to fill this. And that's the first one in. Right, one more. It actually holds slightly more than 2,000 litres. I think it was 2,100. But I don't want to buy the extra thing of salt if I don't have to. Go and back. Just having this little Manitou kicking around here is really useful. I like doing this at most shops on most maps that I have. Just leasing it, leaving it here. It's not very expensive to have sitting here as a result, and it just means that when we come down here, most of the time we don't need to bring something with us. On here, it happens that we've needed to for the to do the hay most of the time, but we'll go park this back and put it in its space under here so that it's available for us to use next time. There we go. And off. And just make sure it's in forward gear. Right, so time to get this back up to our farm, I think, and then we can go and get some work done and yeah, clear everything off. So we're back to the house, and I've spent a little time actually. I returned to the shop and spent a little time reconfiguring this a little bit. So we've got a good position now with our salt spreader, and we're all hooked up and everything with our snowplow at the front. So that should work nicely. And let's get this. So I want to angle that down and to the side like that, I think, and push everything off to the side there. So that then down, yeah, and see if this works. Look at that, perfect. So yeah, now I can just push the snow off the side like this and clear the roadway around the back of my house, which is great. Give myself a nice easy route home. We'll go round both ways just to clear this all off, but it's doing a cracking job. I really like this TLX. 82 Studio, as I said before, it's just done a massively great job on this. Oh, and I can control it with my joystick as well, which is even better. So we'll reverse back round here, and then we can do the same. So turn it the other way, push it down, and then we can go round and clear it the other side as well, and get a nice roadway around. Not angled enough, especially going around this corner. It wants to put it into the road, but that's fine. I probably should have done the inside track of this first to try and clear it, but it's all good. And then we'll just straighten up with this area that's going along the road here. Lift that up. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's created a fairly nice, easy setup for me. Switch that around that way. Push it down. Just enough so it's not lifting the front of the car off. And then around we go. Perfect. First snow on here, and we're cleaning it very, very nicely and very easily with this piece of kit. And then, of course, we don't want to be leaving a load of stuff on the road. So what we'll do is we'll lift that up, drive over the top, and then I can just push it off the side of the road here. Like so. Skid about all over the place in this weather. Yeah. And push that up there. Lift it and hopefully, yep, push the second lot off. And that just then leaves us with this small line here. And again, just come on, and you go. There we go. Clear it off. There we go. That's our driveway, rather nicely done and dusted. So we've got the same thing now that we want to do with our road here. Give ourselves a nice, easy run into the yard, and then we can go and clear the yard off itself. So down, that over. Doing it this way should mean that we get a nice clear area going to the farm, but we want to not go too fast. If you go too fast doing this job, you end up with it doing what we're doing a little bit at the moment, with it bouncing, because you're pushing more and more snow all the time. You want to A, make sure it heads off to the side of the road like that, and B, try and keep it going, you know, at a steady, slow pace. Now, plans going forwards over the winter, we're going to be clearing a lot of that scrubby tree land over there out. It kind of will allow us to connect field 12 to a large patch of grass over that way. So I wanna do that and clear that out, and hopefully that will make things a bit easier for us as far as getting grass goes. Right, and I'm not too worried about getting at that area there at the moment. We might try and clear that in a bit, but I'm just gonna push this off to the side here. This up, and what I want to do is reverse all the way back down my roadway and push this from the road down to here. Makes much more sense because we can get rid of the snow easier from this side. So yeah, getting this pushed this way should make more sense. And then what we can do is we can see exactly how far it's going to go with this salt in the main yard. What I'm going to do is just push or just clear out the yard, or clear out the end of the driveway here. Hopefully by pushing over to the side and keeping it fairly under control. Whoa. In this weather, you get a lot of shifting and moving about that you don't want. And stop. Down. The idea is to be a bit slower on the gear change. And that way you end up just this little bit better off. Now, we don't often go to the right here. Oh, sorry, to the, yeah, well, to the right of us at the moment, but we don't often turn out of the driveway to the left. It's not a way that we overly go, but I am going to just clear this bit off here. Try and make it as easy as possible to get out that way, or get in this way, because we often, you know, sort of drive around the back of the house this way. And forwards. Last little bit. And there we go. Perfect. I'm happy with that. Right, let's switch that the other way. Reverse up. And then down with our snowplow. Make sure it's fully done this way. And make sure it's contacting the ground. And then we can just drive nice and slowly along here and clear off the other side of the road and give ourselves a nice, easy way forwards with this. And yeah, get a nice clear road all the way down our farm. I don't know what the forecast is. I'm hoping we've not got more snow on the way. We kind of need to remove this, even if we've got more snow on the way, because a thin layer of snow each time is easier to move than a large one, even if we're having to do it more often. And this Saitek, this will only cover a thin layer of snow like we have now, rather than a larger amount. So it's not much use to us if it's doing the other way. There we go. So then push this off to the side, lift this up, straighten it up as well, and then hopefully this is just going to do the rest of the yard from this point. So I'll bring this over here and turn it on. And look at that. Nice wide coverage. That should mean our yard gets easily cleared from this. And as a result, we end up with a good clear area. Stop that there. And then we'll go the other way. And so much quicker doing it this way. Wow. That is massively quicker. As much of this off as possible. If we've got a couple of little bits left over, it's not a huge problem. We just get the bucket out with the telehandler and just pick those bits up. Right, and then on here we've got a couple of little stretchers down the middle. That will clear off the majority of the yard and make it easier for us. Like so. Like that. And we just want to do it so we have easy access to do everything that we've got on here. And basically this salt will go as far as it goes. Yeah, we'll get as much done as we can, as much coverage as we can, and that will then give us the best approach to do the yard. And actually, that is pretty good coverage. What I'm going to do is just bring this across the front of our doors here as well. Got a little bit left, and in fact, that is it. So there we go. That's cleared things off rather nicely. We've got a good amount here. Let us just have a look quickly at this weather forecast. We do have more snow on the way today, but we've then got a sunny couple of days. So I may have to run this around a little bit more. I think what we'll do is we'll just go and park this in the shed, so that when I get that a bit later, I can pop out, I can grab a little bit more salt, and I can just plough those bits when we need to. And we're gonna go and clear up these last bits that we've got around here. And we're not gonna use that. We're gonna use our bucket, which is something we're gonna be using a bit in a moment anyway, because we need to get the cows fed. There we go. So yeah, now I can just do this. Get under that and get that, and that clears that out of the way. And we've got these little bits in the yard here as well. Could I have used this in the first place? Yeah, but I want to have a play around with the TLX buckets, or the TLX plough. Now this yard actually I find very uneven on here. It's a little bit bumpy. At some point I may get out the leveling tool and get this leveled, because yeah, it does have bumps all over it, this yard. And like that is just a little bit rough. But that is our yard nicely cleaned out. Ooh. Quite low enough. Sometimes actually bits at the sides that don't get salted, I found in seasons, those can turn hard and impossible to pick up. So good to see that that's not the case with this bit. Right, and then this can go over here. Right, so perfect. Right, I am going to get the cows done next. So time to get out the John Deere 4440. Here we are. Load this up to our trailer here, our feeding wagon. I'm actually intrigued. Somebody suggested in the comments last time that holding on till my cows get to $1,400 £1,400 would probably be a better way to go for making money from them. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that. So I think that's probably what we're gonna do with the next lot. At the moment we don't have anything, I don't think. You see how desperate they are for feed. I don't think we've got anything that's up at the 12. Yeah, we've got a couple that are a little bit. Oh yeah, we've got a couple that are a little bit over, and some that are getting close. So what I'm going to do is the ones that are there that are a little bit over, we won't sell those yet. We're going to hold on to those for a little bit longer, try and get them a couple of £100, and then we'll be able to compare them with any luck to the others that are coming up to that weight. And in doing that, we'll be in a position where we can just quite a lot of silage in here, huge amount of silage in here. They're coming up to a weight where we will then be able to compare the two and see how much we can make from just a little bit longer feeding them. So filled this up now with the excess silage that we had. It's going to be, I think it's about 5,000 litres of silage we've just got out of that. I'm going to leave this over here. I'm trying to remember what my mix ratio is. So I'll playing around with that a little bit again today. But we need to get some bales out of here. And I think it's basically 4 loads of this these take. So it's going to be a lot of working around here to get that done. I'm not going to show all 4 loads. That would take way too long. But we are going to just do the first one. And then I can sort the rest out after that. We still have plenty of stuff to do here. So it's all good. I think previously we've put in 2 of these. That would be 8,000 litres. We'll put in 2 of these and we'll have a look. But I think it's yeah, I think it's only 8,000 litres. My hope is that we're not going to have to buy many more of these, and it's sort of trying to set ourselves up to get as much hay as possible next year. There we go. So how full is that? Is that okay? That's 43% full. As far as the actual mix goes, we have a decent amount of hay. We're actually really far in the green, so that's good news. I'm going to add in a bale of straw. The idea there being that we are then just mixing in a little bit more. I have a feeling it was 3 bales of hay, but we'll see. If I can get away with mixing the rest of this as silage, I will. Because we have just a massive overabundance of silage. As I said, I think this will use, if it's 4 loads of this huge Anderson we need to put in here, then yeah, we're gonna need all the hay bales we've got. There we go, and then like so. Oh, and we want the silage, don't we? So let's grab some of this. I'm trying to avoid grabbing any snow. Yep. We have so much silage here, it's unreal. It's just a massive amount. We'll move the tractor a little bit closer so that this is easier to load up. The sun has not moved very far at all today. But that's kind of what you expect for early winter. There we are. Right. And up. And a few more loads to put in. This does take nearly 3,000 litres a bucket, but it's that pales in comparison to the amount that we get per bale. Does work well though. These high dump buckets are brilliant. I've come to use them more and more as I've gone on and in various series. They are just so versatile at doing jobs like this. Up and in and up. Right, how close is this? Okay, we're still good. We're still in the green everywhere. We've got enough space for 2 more buckets, and I think that should work out fairly well. So there. And up. You can, the straw bale is what allows you to get away with only putting 2 hay bales in. Alright, last bucket. And we'll see if everything's held true. Oh. Yeah, that is the maximum. So I'll bring this back. Turn that off. And yeah, there we go. TMR. So that is why we put the single straw bale in. It was just enough to temper the silage and keep everything as it should be. And allows us now to empty this out. Now it is going to take 4 of these to fill this up, which is expected. We've got the hay bales, we've got the silage, and we've got the straw, so that is all good. And looks like we're going to do fairly well here this year, I think. Overall. And we're coming up to a sale day for the rest of our crops as well next time. So that's what we're going to be doing next time, is getting those sold. As you can see, we've got a quarter of our feed done for our cows. So as a result, I'm going to leave this here. I'll go and get the rest of these done. But yeah, that's been pretty successful. We've cleaned up our yard and we're getting the cows fed. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.